So we know that Pokemon ZA is probably like right around the corner, as this is pretty much the year that it'll be releasing. But what we don't know is actually anything about the game. We got this like a little announcement trailer last year and then nothing else. Like last year was Pokemon's silent year. Like it's been a while since that's happened, and well, I guess it gave a lot of people to give a chance, probably go back from the old games and probably explore other things, I don't know. But this is now the year of Pokemon Legends ZA, and well, there's some things I feel like I really want to see in this game, and I will be going over that in this video. So, let's not waste any more time and get right into it, shall we? So one of the things I, of course, want to really see with this game is graphics. Graphical things for Pokemon, or graphics has not really been the greatest highlight of each Pokemon game. Now we know that Pokemon Sword and Shield had the N64 trees, and we know that, well, Pokemon Legends Arceus looks alright. I will admit, like, it doesn't look bad per se, but it does look a little bit weird in my opinion. Like, it doesn't know what it's meant to be. It wants to try to go for maybe something different, but it looks like it's trying to go for something more stylized or something. I don't know, it just looks really odd to me at times. Not bad, I could still look at it, and obviously I would love to play it. I haven't actually played it, but it would be awesome to actually go back and play that. But it does look weird, so I don't know what Pokemon Legends ZA will look like, but I really hope it's something really great. And I feel like again it's gonna be something showing off the Switch 2's power, because this is definitely the year that we're getting it. Because honestly, if Nintendo delays it any longer, I feel like they're gonna be clowns for the rest of their lives if they don't, because honestly, you've waited way too long for this. And like, you kind of left the stove on a little bit too long. So I feel like we're gonna see that Pokemon Legends ZA will show off the Switch's power, or Switch 2's power, whatever that's gonna be called. Yeah, Switch 2, let's be honest. But yeah, we're gonna see something when it comes to like footage soon, probably by next month, as I think there was a leak going on for Pokemon. It's literally just hit my hand on the table. For Pokemon Presents, I think something like that on the 27th of February, which makes sense because I'm pretty sure like there's always a Pokemon Presents on there, so it does make a little bit more sense that it would actually be there. So that's probably one of my most important things, really, like that really stands at the pinnacle, is the art style / graphics. I just really want it to look good, that's all. I'm not saying I want realistic noses or something like that, I just want it to look decent. Well, decent or actually good. That is pretty much one of the important things I would love to see from this. One of the other things I'm pretty sure everyone's pretty much excited for, including myself, is new Mega ideas, or new Mega Evolutions. Now, obviously we know that we're getting Mega Evolutions, as it's been confirmed by the actual trailer. At the end, if you're seeing it right now, you should see the Mega Evolution symbol, which honestly, looking back at it, I think that is probably one of my favorite mechanics of Pokemon. It is the best mechanic, and the one that everyone could agree was actually awesome. Like, it actually really shook up, Pokemon for what it was. And it actually really needed it, I feel like, because don't get me wrong, Z moves and obviously Dynamax and stuff like that are cool, but they don't have the amount of staying power that Mega Evolutions had. I just feel like they was just kind of like alright, but they just couldn't live up to the level. And I'm not even gonna get on to the whole Tralis, the crystal thing. I'm not even gonna bother to say the name. You pretty much know, if you played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you know what I'm talking about. I really don't like those. Those are really stupid in my opinion. That's how you know that they just realized, yeah, okay, let's just go back to the basics. Let's just bring Megas back, because we fumbled hard with that. I just don't really like that. That is just really stupid in my opinion. But I'm glad that obviously we are getting Megas, but at the same time, I feel like there's something that should be happening with this. And for them to bring it back, which I really find weird if you think about it. I mean, I get it, that's all about colors and stuff like that. But if you think about it, why bring it back if you're not going to try to bring back bring new megas? And there's some Pokemon, I'm just gonna call his name Flygon. Everyone thought that he would probably get some sort of Mega Evolution. It felt really weird that, someone like Salamence, Metagross, even Ampharos got Omega, but you're telling me Flygon couldn't? That was just weird to me. So I feel like new Megas would be a very cool thing to see, like I mentioned, Flygon. Probably, I want to say, probably even the legendaries, like Xerneas, Yveltal, maybe Zygarde actually has his form, so I feel like we could leave that. But Xerneas and Yveltal doesn't have anything going for them. Like, they do and they don't. Obviously, when the generation started, that was really good in the competitive scenes and stuff like that, but they didn't have anything like really cool, considering that it was the big new leap to 3D for Pokemon. I mean, we had like Kyurem and stuff like that in Generation 5, but Generation 6, they didn't really do anything about that. Now, maybe it's just me, but I feel like there's some Gen 5 Pokemons I would actually like to see get a Mega. Like, for example, Hydreigon. Not my favorite Pokemon. Definitely one of my friend's favorite. And I don't know, probably watching this video right now. I feel like he could actually use a Mega. No offense, but I'm really thinking this really down to competitive wise. He fell off kinda hard in my opinion. When looking back at it, I never realized he didn't really have much of a staying power. I mean, I would say Haxorus outshined him, and he's not even a pseudo. At the same time, if you actually Google Hydreigon or Gen 5 pseudo legendary, it won't actually come up. Like, it'll just talk about the definition of a pseudo legendary, which just shows that he really could use it to actually give himself the shine that he deserves as a pseudo legendary. And it would actually be kind of cool if someone like Dragonite got Mega too. I'm not sure, does Snorlax ever get one? I'm not even sure, but that would also be cool as well. So basically, new Megas and stuff like that. Now, again, I'm saying this, and when you know it, you're probably gonna get Charizard Z. We'll see. I'm not really a big fan of that, but it's probably gonna happen. Which I feel like is the most pointless thing ever, because that could be saved for like a whole new Pokemon, but hey, who am I to say? Now, yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say before it comes to Megas. So let's move on to the probably next and final part of this. Is events. I feel like Pokemon is always really good at doing one thing, and that is Pokemon events. And I don't mean just Pokemon events as in like for mythical Pokemon or these rare Pokemons with like hidden abilities and all that stuff. Not just that, but I'm talking about like story events. Pokemon's being, I would say, kind of good at doing this for pretty much the entire series. When it came to even the originals to all the way now, I would always say that they're really good at doing Pokemon events with stories. I would love to see maybe some story events for like mythical Pokemon as well, like, I don't know, Volcanion, Hoopa. I feel like those ones could really have some sort of a maybe mythical event. We can catch them and stuff like that, but obviously you get some sort of story line to them. Not only that, I would love to see maybe, I think, what's his name? Azelf? Basically the one, if you don't know, the one who released, I think, what is it, the canon in X and Y, you know the story, basically. I feel like maybe probably give him like some sort of plot line, as well as maybe one of them which I think would actually really be cool, and that is obviously, well, the very popular, mysterious Hex Maniac. I nearly said Hex Miltank. She nearly rolled off the tongue. So, Hex Maniac, obviously, as you know, it was a very creepy thing. Well, not really that creepy, but you'd basically like head down, I don't remember where, to this elevator, and then she'll just randomly appear and then said, "You're not the one that was," or something like that. You'll see on the screen. And I feel like it would be very cool if maybe they do something with that character. Maybe like a little short little side quest. I don't know. Just something, because I feel like she's gotten a lot of attention over the years, and It is a very weird mystery that we have. Obviously, the idea of it not being sold is also cool, so I don't know, I'm just kind of throwing that in the air. I don't know why it took me so long to say throwing, but throwing that in the air as a possibility. So, new graphics, new megas, you know, Flygon, stuff like that, probably some of the legendaries, even mythicals like Darkrai, I don't know. As well as story events and just, I guess, slash mythical events. Because some of the, I will admit, some of these mythical Pokemon, they've started to kind of like give them more, you know, kind of, you know, accessibility to players. And I feel like some of these ones I just feel like would be very cool to see, like Volcanion. I don't really know much about Volcanion, so it would also be cool to also have a story event. Hoopa, well, I mean, I guess they both had a movie, but I'm talking about in the game. I mean, the movie does help. I guess you could try to reference that or something, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm moving on. But as always, if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to obviously like the video, subscribe, that way we can hit our goal of 100 subs. And, you know, we're kind of coming up to it. I think it's still sitting at like 88 subscribers, so definitely subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for more Nintendo videos, as well as obviously share this with your family and friends, and as always, stay awesome.